what's going on, everyone? So we're going over B3 base right now, talking about the price prediction where we're about to go in prices right now. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So right now we are at 0.005520. I just kind of want to show you guys what we were doing previously. So my last video on B3 was on March 9th. If you don't see, March 9th is right here in this area. This is March 9th right here. So I mentioned inside of that video how we were going to pull back to the next support because we previously had a support on February 27th on around the same area. So watch my video from March 9th. I mentioned how that was the previous support. So we were more than likely going to pull back somewhere into that area. We pulled back halfway to that area and then we kept rising there. And I declared this area as a resistance for us because it was previously resistance on the 2nd and 3rd and 1st of March. It hit it all 3 of those days, and it also hit it on the 27th of March, and it was used as support on the 24th of February. And yeah, 27th of February and then 24th of February. But yeah, those were the levels that we had previously hit. And again, my last video was on March 9th. So in this area, I made the video. I was like, look, we're probably going to end up going up to this area. And I said that because where was our last resistance slash support? We had support back here February 15th, and we also had the same support around 18th of February and the 19th of February. It was a heavy support area. And the second we started selling off on the 20th of February, it started to speed up around that area. So that pretty much told me that that was a heavy area for resistance and support. So we had good resistance on that area and it went exactly to where I thought it would. And then it pulled back from there. So after that pullback, you can see it. There was a lot of pullbacks actually. And we pulled all the way back down, or all the way down to the Fibonacci, all the way down here. So I had to extend this Fibonacci because I had it set over here at the bottom, because at the point that was the bottom. And then we had that nice pump, and then it pulled back even more down to here. And this double bottom is actually being seen on every single chart, from the stock market to Bitcoin. Everything has this double bottom from the 8th of April over to this area in April. So yeah, every single chart has this double bottom right now. So what we really got to look at now is where we're going to go after, because this actually looks pretty bullish. I'm not going to lie. This is looking like a very, very, very bullish chart. So I'm going to keep you all updated on this because I think it's actually about to break out very soon. And that's really why I'm making this video, because I can see it breaking out like within the next, I don't even know, couple days or something. So there is a possibility that we end up breaking out here on B3. And there's a lot of ways that you can try to spin this and say, hey, maybe you just want to put it up like this or put the wedge pattern like this. But I think this one is more probable. So this is looking very bullish. Now, a scenario where this isn't bullish is if Bitcoin just crashes, everything crashes over the weekend, then yeah, that wouldn't be very bullish, right? But by the looks of the chart, by May 5th, we should know whether or not we're going to go up to that next area. And if we do break out, then let me just go ahead and show you guys where I believe it would go if we were to break out on the upside. So we've had massive, massive, massive resistance here. Same area pretty much where we were last time. So we have to look at this area as a good amount of resistance, 0.006257, somewhere around there, 0.0062. So that's really what we're looking at there. And then after that, if we are to break out after that, then obviously 0.0069, we could just say 0.007. So that's pretty much all the way up there at that Fibonacci retracement. So that's what we're looking at right now. And then as for what happens after that, well, obviously where we came back from previously, and we had a nice little breakout that ended up breaking us all the way up to there to the upside. So around the 7, 9, or 8 area right here, 008. That's pretty much where we're looking at for the next area after we break past this Fibonacci. So we got a long ways to go. Maybe it doesn't get all the way up here immediately. It takes time for these types of things. So we would really have to wait. But what I would say is breaking out from there, possibly having a pullback, and then, trying to get past there, possibly another one, and then trying to get past this area here. So these are really the levels that I'm looking forward to inside of B3. Hopefully by next month, maybe it'll take a little bit longer than that. So this isn't really the time span that it could be. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer. So this is pretty much what I'm looking at here. And yeah, we'll see exactly what happens with that. Now the volume 4.8 million volume's decent, up 68% in the last 14 days, up 11% in the last 7 days, 9.9% in the last 30 days. So yeah, and then we got some other updates from B3 here. So we have the Google event, the B3X Google here. As you can see, this says B3 Boy. You know, like how they have Game Boy. Well, now they have the B3 Boy. So they literally have their own console right here for B3. That's actually pretty cool. And then yeah, not only that, we also have the whole meeting that they had with Google. So they brought together gaming leaders at Google offices during the Token 2049 to evaluate the state of on-chain gaming and what comes ahead. So that's pretty big. That's a really big step up for the gaming space inside the crypto. Also, gaming on B3, or gaming on base by market cap, obviously B3 is going to be the biggest. It's the largest gaming project on base. So have at it with that. And then there's a airdrop that's almost like Pokemon Go, where you just go around the city or go around the area where you're at. This is in Farcone, New York City. Yeah, and that is something that's like Pokemon Go, where you just go to the location, and then boom, wherever you're at, Manhattan, wherever, and yeah, you just go ahead and find wherever that airdrop is. This is like a little bit of a preview of it, so it almost does look like Pokemon Go actually. So yeah, you see your little the little thing. You can go over there and open it, and boom, now you get your tokens. So that's an airdrop that they have. So yeah, that's pretty interesting that they have that going on. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to bring this chart to your attention because last chart, the last time we did it, it was correct. This time, I don't know if it'll be inside of the same time frame. I don't know if we'll get up there inside this exact time frame because this is from March 2nd or May 2nd that I'm making this video. And then this is all the way at May 28th up here. So possibly by the end of the month, we should be in this range here. So anywhere in this range, in this box here, right? Anywhere in this box should be where we are going to be by the end of the month. Hopefully. This is what I think we're going to do by the end of the month. So it is what it is. Last time we were right. Let's see if we're right again this time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that we're going to end up in this area? Do you think it's going to end up below this area? I've seen a lot of people, they're just upset that B3 didn't perform the way they wanted. But you got to think B3 launched and they were pretty much publicized right when the markets are really going down. So you can't really be mad that B3 went down as well, because of the time that it really started to pick up was when everything started to slow down in the crypto market. So it happens. But yeah, at this point, there's a good opportunity that can be made here. So let's see if it ends up pumping. Anyways, hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.